Hola, I am Astarte Rising, the modern day goddess, and I'm here again doing these videos. I want to talk today with you about one of my favorite topics of conversation, and that is the world of sex, sexuality, sexology. It's a major epic thing in our lives as human beings, and there's more talk about it now than there has been in years past, and there's more being talked about in terms of tantra, and everybody's looking for that better orgasm, right? So I'm going to be talking about this a lot. You're going to see a lot of videos from me about sex, because I believe it is by far one of the most important aspects of our lives. The sexual act creates us. It causes us to literally appear here on the scene of life, and that's throughout the entire planet. Whether you're talking about plants, animals, nothing here living on this planet does not come through some form of a birth via the act of sex. And so one of the first things I want to say is, when we are, well, first we need to really get real about our sex lives and what's really going on with us. There's a lot of healing that needs to take place. People are looking and wanting companionship, and but all at the same time there are levels of work that we need to do with ourselves, or there are those who are wanting a greater experience. I think that most of the dis-ease in our sexual experiences, outside of it being, issues of past incidents or whatever, traumas, we intuitively know that there is a greater sexual experience to be had. And I think that's why we go through cycles of displeasure or unfulfillment. Many of us have been serial monogamous. We have been sold the fairy tale of the knight in shining armor and happily ever after until death do us part, and energy doesn't really work that way. And so when you're talking about higher sexual sciences, you're really getting into the realm of energy and alchemy. On an individual level, you can begin to get to know yourself more, to study your own energy first. Where's your energy at? What's your vibratory rate? Like, can you sense that in your body? What's your relationship to yourself sexually? I have, my own stories concerning my path to arriving at where I am now with sexuality, my own sexuality. And it's a journey. It's a story that I'm definitely going to share and tell, but just very simply, I spent many years not being sexually fulfilled, not completely fulfilled in my sexual experience. I mean, I drew great pleasure from knowing how to bring pleasure to men. But for myself, there were peaks that I started to realize that I wasn't reaching, that there were blockages in my life, energetic blockages, that through practices such as pranayama, yogic practices, and other energetic works, I began to heal those blockages, to move beyond those roadblocks in my life. And sex as an act is a vehicle of healing and spiritual transformation. It's magnificent. And so when you begin to really study and read different people, different works, like one of my favorite sex magicians is Pascal Beverly Randolph. I was introduced to him by a partner, and one of my favorite quotes from him essentially says that here on the planet, sex is mainly of the body, but in the spirit realm, it is of the mind. And so, how can we move from just a physical bodily perspective into a more mental, intuitive perspective? And that comes through energy work. That comes through practicing pranayama. It comes through meditation, setting intention. Because what sets apart my sexual life versus the person who doesn't know anything about these things, and that is intention. When I engage a lover, it is my intention. I go in with an intention to bring healing, transcendence, to send light out into the planet, towards the healing of the oceans, towards my own body, towards my own objectives, my dreams, and my goals. So you're taking the energy that's generated between you and your partner and you're attaching a purpose to it, as opposed to just engaging the sex and your energy is all over the place. It has no mission, and there's a lot of energy being generated. When you think of the moment just before you are engaging your partner and your breath rate changes, it quickens, your pulse starts to race, your heart is beating fast, and you break out into a light perspiration, and so many things are taking place in your body, and that is energy, and it's all there to be utilized for your healing purposes, for the edification of you and your partner, and for those around you, because in those moments you are creating. One of my favorite mythic stories is the story of Shakti and Shiva. And it is said that they create and destroy worlds in their lovemaking. And that is such a powerful thing to me, to know that this act that should be filled with love and light and power has the lens to you, or actually belongs to you to direct in the places in your life that you want to see change, that you'd like to see transformation take place. But the main point is to begin to change your mind about what's taking place when you are in the midst of lovemaking, with consciousness, being present in the moment, also observing and becoming more aware, learning to feel the energy, and practices such as pranayama, sitting with yourself, learning different breathing techniques and understanding how the chi works, in your body, and playing with that, engaging that energy, are ways for you to begin to gain mastery over yourself and to bring something more fulfilling, more powerful to your partner when the two of you engage. And so there's so much available to us, so much more available to us in the act of sex. The ancients called it the great marriage. because you were linking with your partner, and that is the true marital ceremony when we come together as men and women and we perform the dance of the universe. So I'm going to be covering this. I'm going to go over a few points. I want to really take a good look at it with you so that we can make sure that we are fully benefiting from our lovemaking. We have the capacity when we partner to cause great and amazing change in the world. So again, I'm Astarte Rising. I want to thank you for listening, and remember to aspire to be mythic in your life. All right? Thank you.